Hello, everyone, and welcome to I Am Beautiful. Today we have Sandy with us. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. Excited to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. So, we're going to dive in.
Okay.
Where did you grow up?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, it started, I was born in France, and then I was in Israel as a child. From the age 6, I moved to Sweden. I grew up in Sweden for 10 years.
Hold on. Okay, so you were born in France, but then you moved to Israel.
Yes, my mom is Israeli,
Okay.
my dad is French, and
Jewish?
my dad is not Jewish. My
Okay.
mom is Israeli, full on Israeli,
Mm-hmm.
born in Israel.
Okay.
And she divorced my dad. We left. She moved back to Israel. And then from there, we moved to Sweden. I grew up in Sweden from age 6 to 16. And then I decided I need to go back to Israel. So at age 16, I moved back by myself to Israel. And I was there until age 25. And then I moved to United States, was here for 30 years. And 2 years ago, after October 7th, I decided to move back to Israel. And I've been there since.
How how was it in Sweden at that time? I mean, you were young, so
Oh,
maybe.
I was very involved. In Sweden at that time, 1975, Sweden opened the doors to all refugees.
Mm.
So everybody could come in. That's also when we came in, but not as refugees. And it was on the light side in the beginning. It was very Swedish. I felt very much like an immigrant. I was 6 years old, crazy language, did not fit in. And then slowly, I always been into the Zionist movement, always had an interest for it, and read a lot of books from very young age. My mom used to go to book auctions and buy boxes of books
Wow.
just to feed me.
Wow, wow.
And I learned a lot at a very young age about Zionism and about Israel and about who I am, where we come from. And slowly, I start to see my surrounding reacting to things that was pro-Palestinian, very young age. But it starts slowly because I was aware, I was
Mm-hmm.
looking for
You
it.
knew, yeah.
If I was oblivion and a child of 12, I'd probably not feel it.
Right.
Had a few instances where I reacted a little bit aggressively. Um
What was the situation like? Did somebody do something or?
well, yeah, my sister came in. She was 9 years old. Came in and crying, and I was babysitting her. My mom was in Europe for the weekend, and I was no, she was not. She was 7 years old. I was 14 years old, and she had been threatened by Fatima, telling her that if she doesn't say she's a dirty Jew, she will get this stick up her vagina. And me, already full on Zionist,
You're like,
reacted,
okay.
reacted bad,
What was your reaction?
went after her, beat her up, hurt her badly, stitches on the head, and social services, child services, the whole thing came in. My mom was a good salesperson. She knew how to handle it so they don't put me in juvenile. Um, that was the first incident. Second incident, I don't know if you know who Kahana is, Rabbi Kahana. Rabbi Kahana was an American rabbi that had a government party in Israel, in the Knesset. He was very right, extreme right, and he was right too. And the slogan is Kahana is right.
Okay.
Kahana Tzadak.
Mm-hmm.
So he believed in transfer. If you don't want to live in peace with the Jews in Israel, you should not be there. You should not have rights if you don't have. You should not even be in Israel. We'll help you to transfer, go to Jordan, go to wherever if you don't like it, if you have a problem. I had a poster of his. There was no printers back in the day. Went to the library, printed 250 flyers of his, glued it on some doors with super glue on the front door. Was caught again. And this time my mom said, okay, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want to go to Israel for a vacation. That's what I want to do.
What fueled your passion for Israel? Is it something that like you feel like God is pulling you to do it, or do you just feel that just you feel such a connection to the place that it's like you have to stand for it?
Well, God is part of our neshama and our soul.
Yeah.
So it could be a combination of both. I always felt like I started Yom Kippur. My family was a Zionist family, so that helped.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was very much a Zionist, so I got that influence from her. It was always about Israel, and this is our homeland, and this is where we belong, even though she, for most of her life, was never in Israel. And so I always was listening to her. She liked politics. I used to listen, and then I used to do my research. And then combined with that, suddenly I felt I wanted to do at age 9 Yom Kippur. I wanted to fast. Nobody knew where it came from. My family is non-religious. There would be pork on the table. It would be Israeli food too. But
Yeah.
my mom liked the white meat, and I'm like, I was always against that. Do you know why? And I
Your
saw Yom
soul.
Kippur at age 9, so it's like a combination of both.
Okay.
Interested in politics from a very young age too.
Would you ever are you would you ever take it farther, or it's not something that you're
So
open to?
I was the only Jew in my school in Sweden. The only one. 1,700 students, the only one.
What was the other population? Was it mostly Swedes, or it
Yeah,
was mostly okay?
well, everything. Because I
Okay.
lived in the area, it was very multicultural. So you
Okay.
had Yugoslavians back then, and
Okay.
you had everything, everything mixed with everything, and Muslims a little bit less. Honestly, there was not that time. You had some neo Nazis involved, yeah. So I took upon myself to every International Holocaust Day to talk about Israel in front of 1,700 students. I got a junior journalist award from Gothenburg,
Wow.
from Sweden.
Okay.
That got me a ticket to Israel, the money. And on my yearbook, you see my picture, and I'm the only Jew. There's no reason for them to say that. It says underneath that the future Prime Minister of Israel.
Wow.
I'm 13 years old.
Wow.
So if I wanted, yes, but I'm not a politician. I have a big mouth. I'm not a diplomat. So I don't know. I could get enough votes to get into the Knesset because you only need 2,000 votes in order to get a party. It's not a big deal in Israel. There's
not so
60,
many.
120 parties. Too many. That's not a big deal. But the politics around it, I'll just be mad all day, I think. So
Yeah.
it's a fantasy.
You were never like, you never felt afraid when you were young or anything like that, especially just like being you and so many people?
Quite the opposite. I used to always flash my Magen David, always proudly say I'm Israeli. Never had fear. Never had fear. If I have fear, they win. Why would I have fear?
It's true. But a lot of people now, especially since the war and everything that's going on, people are afraid.
I think it's a trauma from a generations back that we get in our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of a trauma, the Holocaust, the Inquisition, the pogroms.
Yeah.
Back from the biblical time. It's sort of a trauma that become a mutant in our DNA that automatically we take down our heads and no, I'm okay. I'm about tikkun olam. I'm about to this. I'm good. Can I curse? No, I cannot curse.
You can curse,
I
of
can do.
course.
Fuck that shit. It's like what the fuck. Now stop. Pull up your head.
Hold your head high.
Show your Magen David.
Yeah.
Show who you are. Don't be afraid. We have an army behind us. We're Menachem Begin, one of my role models that I love him so much. He was such a wise man. He said, we're not the Jews who will tremble knees going into the gas chamber. No, no, no. Not anymore. So this is, if it's going to be us against the world, bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on. And obviously, they brought it on. And look at us. It's just a matter of time we become a superpower. This little tiny, tiny country. Many brains.
Yeah. Why?
But the country is in trauma. We're always going to be in some sort of a trauma. No, I don't want any problems. That gets us killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say to encourage people who feel that fear to step outside of it and to stand up in who they are?
Be proud of who you are. You cannot say you're proud of who you are and be afraid behind it. Then you're just saying something. It's just words. Show that you're proud. Don't be afraid. Look the enemy right in the eye and stick to the facts.
Yeah.
Get educated. There's a lot of Jews that are not educated as well about their past.
Yeah.
Where we really come from.
Yeah.
Who we really are. Where did it start? Get educated. Don't be ignorant. Be proud. Look at them in the eye and get armed.
What do you think that people don't know about where they came from that maybe makes them feel disconnected?
I think it comes probably from their upbringing.
Hmm.
Are you more American or more Jewish? Now, Jewish is not it's not about being religious.
Yeah. That's been a big, it's confused.
Who is confused?
The people, I think they're confused.
That's where the problem starts. Don't be confused.
But how is it possible? Because even I have friends and they say they come here and it's easier to put your kids even to Jewish school. So it's like you become into the habit of it as opposed to really connecting from it. Now I think it's different from like if you have Israeli parents versus your parents American, like it's a huge difference. However, still, like, okay, Americans, most American Jews, it's like, well, I'm Jewish because I keep kosher and I wear kippah and I do whatever. And where is that disconnect?
Be Jewish. I think the disconnection here, that the Jews are disconnecting themselves from Zionism.
Okay. What do you mean? Keep going.
Zionism and Judaism goes together, hand in hand. You cannot pray towards Zion, Jerusalem, and not believe that this is our homeland. So why are you praying towards Zion? Pray through Mecca or San Francisco. For real. Yeah. That's connected. That's the disconnection. They put the Zionists, that's why all these haters are said, oh no, I'm not a Jew hater. I'm a Zionist, anti-Zionist.
What's the difference?
Same person, different dress. Same lady, different dress. So I think, first of all, the diaspora Jews, especially the American Jews, they're voting for these kooks,
quack jobs,
clowns.
Yeah.
Because they're stuck on Democrat. Listen, it's not JFK anymore. We're past that party. Yeah. It has become something else. It has become anti-Zionist, anti-Jewish, anti-everything. So you're going against yourself.
Yeah.
Stop staying in that box that makes you feel comfortable, because the enemy will look at you as the Jew in any way.
It confuses me that so many do vote for these people when, for instance, the thing like Mamdani, I can't name specifics, but I know that he said things that are, I'm sure that he said that he was okay with October 7th. He has no problem with Hamas and
9/11 was a misunderstanding.
Oh, of course.
That's what he said.
Okay, so how is it that there's how are Jews like, I don't understand. It makes no sense for me that they're
How
like,
is
"Oh, well,
that New
maybe."
Yorkers? New Yorkers, forget about Jews. New Yorkers, how can
Yeah.
you vote 25 years later
Yeah.
for somebody that says that 9/11 was just a misunderstanding? Forget about the Jews now. That I have a problem with. How? Why they voted for Obama, the Jews. They voted for all. They voted for Biden, for this clown Bernie Sanders. They're voted because they're stuck. We are Democrats and we are voting Democrats. It doesn't matter who's going to be there because we are Democrats. Or the other option, anything but Trump,
Oh, yeah.
anything but Bibi. Same thing. It's
Yeah.
this kind of same kind of pieces. It's not even, they're just so stuck. What they don't understand, you can take off your Magen David, you can take off your kippah, you can do everything. Hitler will come, pull down your pants, say you're a Jew, send you to the gas chambers. He doesn't care. Why are we going back? Hamas, they killed everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody.
Arabs, Muslims,
Thai.
Christians, Thai, Filipinos, Sudans. It doesn't really matter. It's never about um, that we're controlling the world. If we're controlling the world, how come that all this media is against us? We're really bad at it. But, so I think the Jews of diaspora needs to look into themselves and stop being, how you say it, stop pleasing the other side by minimizing who you are. You're a Jew, and if you're not a Zionist, you cannot pray to Jerusalem. What's the
It
point?
doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. It's a contradicting. It's like it doesn't make sense. So, yep. Stop hiding in the attic.
So, how have you seen Europe change now since you were there versus present day?
Well, at a very young age, I knew that Europe will have a problem.
Was it an intuitive feeling that you felt, or you saw something that was.
I'm a history buff, and something I learned from history, it repeats itself. Always.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the Jewish cause, always. It's like a never ending
Yeah, yeah.
from the beginning. When I saw the refugees coming in, ages 18 to 30, no wives, no children, no grandfathers, too young. I'm like, it's weird. And that started very slowly in Sweden. Sweden, because that's why Sweden looks like today. They started the problem by opening their doors. So I used to tell my mom when I was like 12, 13, I told my mom, like, you know what? And I had nothing to do with the United States. Okay. I was in Sweden. She's just nothing. So she said, so I told her, you know what? I think that Europe will be Middle East one day and Middle East will be Europe. And she's like, no way. They're always going to be our enemies. Said, yeah, but the enemies will come to Europe. And you know what? I think if the president of the United States, I'm 12 here, had no connection to America, will conquer Middle East, there will be peace. And she used to tell me, there you have a point. And that's why I told her it's going to be Americanized European, and then Europe is going to fall. How I feel, I think it's too late. I think but from history, the European are very Nazis. They are
So,
haters of anything that's not theirs. The Polish, the Austrian, all the Eastern European, they all have Nazi DNA, which honestly, at this point, I don't mind. I don't mind. Maybe that's going to save you because Poland, it's saving Poland.
Really? In what way?
Poland, he refuses. If you're a Muslim, you cannot get in.
Ah, really?
Oh yeah, you're going to be checked. There's no hardly any Muslims in Poland, very little,
Wow.
and they're checked all the time. And he said, if you're going to drop a cigarette on the street, even a misdemeanor, you're out of my country. You have no place here. There's no refugee. We don't accept refugees, which is typical Polish, the Nazis, because that's where they come from. But it's in their benefit in this matter. It's what they're supposed to do. Hungary, unfortunately, got a little bit too much, but they are trying. Austria, all the Eastern European countries are really working hard
To come back now.
to not let them in. They close their borders. The Western European is messed. It's gone, and it started from the French,
Yeah.
and it's a mess. It's a mess. I'm like very, very sad about being born in Paris myself. Like I'm telling my kids, we should go more often to Paris before it's too late.
Yeah.
But again, when you're in Paris and you know where to go, you don't see all that. You need to know where to
It's
go.
not most of
Not
the
everywhere.
places. Oh, okay.
You know, the super touristy Montmartre, super touristy. Yeah, the Uber drivers are Arabs. You go down the Sacré-Cœur, you go down, you have the market there. Yes, you see. It's very Muslim. And it's not about even Islamophobia. People say, oh, you say something. No, 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 no. That narrative comes from Qatar. That's how they start. First they invade, and then they say you're a racist, and then you're too shy to be you're too afraid to tell your opinion to be politically incorrect, and then they get voted for city councils and you're afraid to say oh no, and they will say oh you're a racist if you don't vote for me. And that's how they get embedded. Like England, every city has a Muslim council, Muslim mayor, and that's how they start. They go into universities and landmarks and buy the soccer teams, and it's
Yeah.
too late.
Do you think it's too late here, or they're still?
No, here no.
Okay.
As long as you have somebody like Trump. It's not just Trump, it's somebody that closed the borders. Vet.
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah. You have to
I'm
vet
all
people.
for coming in. I'm an immigrant. I lived here. Everybody I know are immigrant. But respect the country. What do you think there's any country in the world that you can be illegal? Any
Yeah.
country. Name me one that you can be illegal.
And it's
Including
okay.
France.
Yeah.
That they get away being illegal, that's something else.
Right.
But no, you need to do the paperwork. Be respectful of the country. Stand for the flag.
Yeah.
How
come? So right now there's this the Somali population that's coming here. But even you see other places, it's like they leave their Arab countries because they don't like it and it's too much and they are trying to flee. But then where they go, they start it. I don't understand what it makes no sense. What?
Because it's planned. It's not circumstance. It's not like by chance.
So they don't hate what they're leaving then.
No, they don't hate what they believe in.
Explain.
But they want the freedom. They want the freedom of the Western world. But they are Muslims.
But then they bring their non-freedom here.
Yes.
And then they want us to be not free, but based off of them.
They don't want you not to be free. They want you to go by the Sharia law. For them, it has nothing to do with freedom or not. They want to conquer. They want to convince you to be a Muslim. Has nothing to do with freedom or welfare and all that. Yes, of course, it's easier for them to come here and live on the country and the tax money. Absolutely. And you know what? And if you're a real refugee, I'm all for that. But that's not the purpose. Over there, they have organizations that plan all this. And they say, okay, you're going to go there, you're going to learn, you're going to be a teacher, you're going to do everything is like very calculated. Look at what happened with what they found out with the daycares.
Yeah.
It's all planned. They're not dumb. They're radical, but they're not dumb. You know, they're brainwashed by their society, but
Right.
that's their problem. But I don't think they are. Oops, I was so afraid there. Now I come here. Now I'm going to be, aggressive, and now I want to be like, no, 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 no. All planned. But the irony of it, if they go to to Kuwait, to Saudi Arabia, to UAE, to any Muslim country, you're not allowed to march with a Palestinian flag. You're not allowed to say Free Palestine.
So, what is this that people don't understand? Because people here, it's like, I, people don't under, how do what are we missing that the Arab countries are not missing? Because they don't even want them. So, why is it our problem now when they don't even want them? You know what I mean?
Good question. Why? Why? Because we have a different kind of democratic, free society with empathy, and they used our empathy
Against us.
and
Okay.
our Western values, and they take advantage of. They learned how we work, they learned how we think, and they take advantage of it. And they immediately use the words racist, Islamophobic, all this negative. And we are like all about freedom and freedom of speech and of religion, and just come in and we'll hug you and we'll give you and we'll help you because that's the kind of society we are. They don't give a shit. They don't have that society. They have the Sharia law through a false prophet,
Right.
which himself said he's false prophet. Couldn't read, couldn't write. It's like it's all about, and that's what Islam is about: world domination and conquer.
So how are people falling for it? Because it doesn't make sense to me. And even, we talked about it once before, like the gays for Palestine, or
That's a joke.
but they
Chicken
they
for
believe
KFC.
in it, but they really believe, and it's they're sick to believe that it's okay.
Yeah,
If you're gay, you go over there, like you don't even step one toe. That's it.
because from far away, everything looks very,
Pretty.
not just pretty, but it looks like a fairy tale story, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves kind of story.
Not
It's
necessarily.
romanticized. It's like the Arabs in the desert with the camels. It's like
Okay.
Hollywood is to be blamed. And guess who created Hollywood? The Jews. Yeah, for that are to be blamed. They made it so, you know, you know. The honestly, I agree with you. It doesn't make sense, but for some reason, it's so much easier to believe a lie than the truth. And I think that because you say yes, I have to say no. That's the kind of mentality. So if you're hating on them, I am not going to hate on them. If you say gays are, no, it's not true. I have seen posts where gays said, yeah, I know they kill, but I'm here, I'm not there. But you're supporting it.
Right.
Doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense.
No.
This whole left side doesn't make sense. Why are you believing there's snow in Gaza? It's desert. Why are you believing? Why are you believing in everything? Even the Hamas themselves says 58,000 were killed. Most of them are ours. They're saying it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
filmed everything, and people say no, it never happened. They filmed it.
Do you think that the people who claim that they're pro Hamas have actually seen footage of what happened that day? Or you think it's just this whole, well, we feel bad for them, so we're just gonna go with it?
I think most of the protesters out on the street have never seen anything. I think there's trillions of dollars going out to the protesters. They take drug addicts, they take students, they take homeless, give them a couple of $100 to stand with a sign. Because if you see you see the post and you try to interview them, immediately a leader of the rally is coming. No, 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 no comment. Or they like put the sign and just look like zombies because they tell them, somebody asks you questions, do not answer. Just stand with a sign like an idiot. That's why that's why they call them useful idiots. The
Yeah.
Arabs are calling them useful idiots. I don't understand. You don't get it? They call it, not us, useful idiots. So it's all like, and now it's a good in one way because now you see the Venezuela issue and the Iran issue, and they
Same.
just need to change flags. It's like the same people,
Same exact thing.
clowns, sheep, walking like sheep. They don't know nothing. So no, answer to your question, I do not think they saw uh, the videos because if they saw, maybe
Horrified.
I was all for 47 minutes of that movie. Should be on Times Square.
Everywhere. I think
Times
so also.
Square, the big digital
Yeah.
billboards, have
Yeah.
everybody see.
I
Like
agree.
Schindler's List was given to every school. I will show that's 47 minutes. Oh yes, it's brutal, it's disgusting, it's heartbreaking, but people
It's
need to see it.
necessary.
Kids need to. Everybody needs to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a little bit of our fault, but it's not shown for a reason, out of
Because
respect for the families. And I'm against that. I understand it, but I'm against it.
yeah, I also think it's you have to.
Our problem, biggest problem, our PR, hasbara. While I was for many years posting, and I'm the only one, everybody attacking me, and now I'm the only one, only one. Now it's much better. I see a lot of support, and I see a lot of people commenting on their posts and stuff like that on social media. But for 20 years, until October 7th, was very quiet. We didn't show because we thought if we okay, they will be okay with us. If we are nice, they're not going to want to hurt us. They were building tunnels. They were preparing for this. How naive can we be?
So why hasn't Israel taken a note from the the Arab countries and like that's it, no more. Like there's
Yeah.
Arabs everywhere in Israel, Knesset, hospitals, teacher everywhere.
Judges,
Yeah. So
police officers,
what's going on? The same thing is happening. Like no,
they're Israeli citizens.
no.
It's a big problem. It's a big problem. I, first of all, not, but you have a lot of the opposition uh, to them are fighting them in the Knesset, in the government. They tell them all the time, like, you have no place here. You're inciting hate. You think it. They're really open about the Arab ministers. I think it's the main problem. That's the number one problem. You don't have to have an Arab representative to to represent the Arab community
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Jewish homeland.
Right. It's not necessary.
And if you're going to choose one, choose like someone like Yosef Haddad.
Yeah. What happened? Why didn't they pick someone like him? Like
Because Ahmed Tibi and all these terrorist ministers have been there for a long time. It's a democratic country. They have more rights than the Jews. They get free school, free college. Did you
no,
know
you're
that?
lying.
Oh, you don't know that?
No, I didn't know.
They don't have to serve the army.
I knew this, but also who would want them to?
You can serve volunteer. It's called Shiut Leumi. It's national service. You can
But they want the Arabs to serve the army for
no,
that
it's
yet?
not the army. It's not the army.
No.
You
Okay.
can volunteer for 3 years to work at hospitals, to be nurses for free, teach for free. You can do Shiut Leumi. You can volunteer in packing the food for the soldiers. Uh, yeah, you can. Watching you, of course, but you're not giving anything. You're just taking. So they become doctors and nurses and teachers for free, where Israelis have to pay for their school after the army.
How did that happen?
How did it happen? When you have a government for many years that was on the left side, allow that. The Oslo Accord, the all these agreements, just to try to integrate them, because to show how yafe nefesh we are. You know what yafe nefesh? We are so good.
Good soul.
We're so nice. Don't hate us because we're so good. You're not going to hurt us. That needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
So you have Ben Gvir. He changes up a little bit. Prison system. Our prison system was a joke. A joke.
What do you mean?
You can learn a degree, can get a degree as an Arab
And
prisoner,
a Jewish
terrorist,
prisoner also? No. No.
terrorist Arab prisoner. You get, you live in a big room with bunker beds. You have dining room. You have Xbox. You have,
Xbox
yeah, TV, and you can wear your Adidas on.
in a prison?
Yes, and they ate really good food, and the Arab terrorists had power in the prison. Controlling everything, what's going on, and getting therapy and visitors until Ben Gvir changed that.
Okay.
The minister, the interior minister Ben Gvir,
Yeah.
that everybody hates. So Ben Gvir is a branch of Kahana.
Oh, okay.
So he stopped that. And now he's giving them rice and nepita. They have no bunk beds. If somebody comes in, they all have to be lying on the floor. They have 1 hour to be outside in the yard, and there's no more degrees, no more menu, no more Xbox, no more this.
So Yahya was saved before Ben Gvir was there, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Sinwar? Because didn't
Oh.
he have the...
Yes, of course. When he was released, Gilad Shalit. Remember Gilad Shalit?
No.
We had they kidnapped a soldier that was released in 2014. Yeah. And one of the deals was to release Sinwar.
So I'm curious to talk about the whole prisoner swap thing, because I know, I don't remember who was saying it, but the more we're open to releasing, the more they're gonna take people, so then we can release theirs. You know what I mean?
Friends that working in the prison system.
Okay.
When they used to, and still, when they used to arrest, when they get already enrolled into the prison, like they get the stuff, the Arabs are saying, it's okay, we're going to be released one day when they kidnap you. They know it.
So why do we
so
continue
now
to
we're
do
working
it?
on death penalty.
It's new. Yeah.
And death penalty, honestly, the law exists. We just have to open it. We created a death penalty for one person, Adolf Eichmann, that was caught. Mm-hmm. That's how the Mossad started. Okay. There were Nazi hunters, and they caught Adolf Eichmann in Argentina. They brought him to Israel. He had a trial, and he was hanged. But in order to get hanged, they had to accept to put it as a law for death penalty. So the death penalty is dormant, but it exists. Now we need three rounds of approval, but it looks very good.
Okay.
So now we have to choose. So the left will say, yeah, but we cannot hurt them. They should be put to sleep. And the other side said, no, they should be hanged, shot, or suffer from injectables. Like, they need to know it's not worth not just to put to sleep and become a martyr. And also deport their families. You kill and you deport his family.
Deport the families. Yeah.
Out of wherever they are, if it's in Jenin or if it's in Tel Aviv or if it's in Gaza, deport them. So they will know that pay to slay it's not going to work anymore.
Yeah. It's a lot of I remember when I was young, because in the past few years, like, people have just gotten crazier and crazier and crazier, and it's like there's no real discipline here. And I remember when I was young, there was this strange thing happening there was this like weird line between like disciplining your kids and like parental abuse. Oh, yeah. And when that happened, people stopped disciplining their kids, really. You know, in schools, they would hit you with the ruler if you do something. So all of this stopped because kids were complaining, oh, I guess the teachers are abusing me. But when discipline goes out the window, it's chaos.
True, but you have to. If we, now we're getting out of the subject because I'm been writing. I want to. It's going to take years because I don't have time, but I want to write a parenting book.
Okay.
Okay, so it's funny that you mentioned that. So you have to have discipline and stop the fear.
What do you mean by
Like
stop the fear?
by spanking, they made you feared. You got afraid. I'm going to spank you. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to ground you. I'm going to put you in the corner. I'm going to humiliate you. I'm going to. That's a lot of fear.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. So we went from extreme to extreme. You can still stay with the discipline, but you need to piss the person off, the child. So, for example, my own experience, I would not do grounding, beating. I used to go and check for daycares. I'm like, do you do timeout? I'm like that. They're like happy to say, yeah. Do not want. I don't want. But you have to threat on something that they're going to be pissed about. So, for example, you know what? If you don't stop, you're not going to have your phone for a week. Okay? Okay, you take their phone. Here, the discipline of the parents is lacking.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the next
kids
day he
start to
comes with his
annoy
dimples.
them.
My son comes with his dimples, and everything is fine. I forgive. Okay, just shut up. Take the phone.
Yeah.
Big part. That's a discipline they're lacking. The parents.
Yeah.
The parents needs to be disciplined. But if
That's
you
true.
are true to your threat, and it's a week, he will think twice if to do it again because you're serious. So if we're talking about discipline, we don't need to discipline the children. We need to discipline the parents.
It's true. That's what happens. There's no like they
I
lost
know we
it
got to
because
that because I'm recording tips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
great.
do that.
No, it's amazing because I've been thinking about it a lot lately because I mean even here, Trump is becoming more like
discipliner.
Exactly, and I think about it like in Dubai, the crime is like nothing.
Zero.
But why? Because you want to steal? Okay,
we'll cut you off your hands.
It's your choice. But this is what it is. If you want to do it, you're free.
Exactly.
But this is what's going to happen. And it's like.
And they stand behind your threats.
Yeah. And your words. But people don't care for their words anymore.
Because there's nobody to discipline them. It goes hand in hand. Regarding Trump, I've been following Trump since I was 19.
Wow.
Yeah. Not as a political candidate, as a businessman.
Yeah.
Okay. I took a few tips that I used in my life from what I learned from him. Watch him on TV? No, I don't like it. Hear him speak? No, I don't like it. But he's doing. And he's a way of. People need to understand what a businessman is. A businessman, it's not personal. It's a business. So my son yesterday told me, yeah, but with the eyes, he didn't even have empathy. He's a businessman. In business, you don't have empathy.
It's not about it, yeah.
It's not about it. It's not personal. Yeah, but he could have said, he could have the empathy for those who were, caught by mistake. I told him there's 330 million people here. You're going to have collateral damage. He said, you are welcome here if you do it the right way. For me, that's business empathy.
Yeah.
He asking you, he doesn't say you cannot come here. Just do it the right way. Go through the paperwork and apply. Don't come here and live on the welfare. I told my son, what is wrong with that? He doesn't need empathy. So Israel is a business for him. Middle East is a business. Europe, everything that Trump think and do, his mind is only on business, not politics.
I do think that him and Bibi have a special relationship.
The special relationship happened way before with Israel. You know, Trump got a medal for his donations to Hadassah hospitals for machinery like MRI machines back in the 90s.
Mm.
Israel had been loving Trump way before Bibi, okay?
Yeah.
As a businessman and a big supporter of the Jewish state, including his daughter. Did you know that the White House has a kosher kitchen?
No, I didn't know that.
No?
Wow.
So, on his first term,
Yeah.
he brought a rabbi. There's two kitchens, one full on kosher,
Wow.
separate sinks, everything kosher for Ivanka,
Wow.
for his
That's
daughter,
amazing.
and his son in law.
Yeah.
So, this is the first Jewish kosher kitchen in the White House ever.
Huh.
And he still has it.
Wow.
And so he's always been a supporter of Israel. Now, Bibi, on the other hand, is also Americanized.
Mm-hmm.
He studied here. He's a great agitator. He talks well. He loves Israel. I read his book too.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing under the sun, nothing new under the sun in Hebrew. He's a history buff. He's a Zionist. He loves his country. Trump loves America.
Mm-hmm.
He always been a patriot. It
Yeah.
always was about America. I don't know if you saw when he was to Oprah when he was younger that she asked him, "Do you thinking are you thinking about being president? Go to politics?" He's like, "I don't think so. Only if I'm needed."
Yeah.
He always so Bibi and him have the same similarities when it comes to their countries. Bibi is a diplomat. Bibi knows how to how to work Trump. And it's not that he's fooling him. He
I
just
think they
knows
know.
exactly
Yeah.
how to work him. And he's tough. I don't know if you saw when Trump came to Israel to the Knesset
Mm.
and he said, you don't know Bibi. He made me work because Bibi is not saying, oh, I did this, I did that, I'm all that.
Yeah.
Behind the doors, he did not give up. He said, I'm going to take out the Hamas. I want the hostages. I'm taking over Gaza. It's not going to change, and you have to work with it. And of course, would help with what's her name, Miriam Edelson. Um, she's the wife of the Win from the casino. She's a big part of Trump's campaign.
Mm.
She told Trump he needs to stand behind Bibi regarding the Golan Heights.
Mm.
So there is a lot of things behind the scene. Trump is not just
Yeah.
waking up in the morning and say, "Okay, let's attack Venezuela. Let's go
Right.
and
Right. No.
kidnap
No.
him,"
It's
because I want the
all.
oil. It's not about even the oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have oil. But the mindset of Bibi, we have been abused by America for a long time before Trump. With the Obamas 8 years, with the Bidens, with the Clintons. So finally, we have somebody that's on our side. And the whole world said, oh, they're great friends. And yeah, they like each other. Okay, fine. But it's about
It's more than
finally.
that.
That's
Yeah.
why we call him almost like the political messiah. Because finally somebody's on our side. We have been hit and bashed and hated and abused by America for many, many years.
Yeah.
And these stupid narratives of tax money goes to Israel, you have no clue.
Yeah.
And
So
it's like
silly.
people, I think the biggest problem with this is that people are not educated. And for 20 years, professors and teachers from the left, from Qatar, from Europe, have been teaching our kids wrong. And out of that came Generation Z. I also call it Generation Zion. You know
Yeah.
what Zion is in Hebrew?
Like the letter, no?
No. Zion is the private part of a man.
Oh.
The generation
Zine. Okay.
Zion, the Z, because they're completely uneducated. And it's not even their fault.
Yeah.
So, where do we clean it? Educate. Is it too late in many parts of the world? Yes.
But how can we do it in Israel? Because it's like, okay, if the whole plan of them is to go in and then to take over from the inside out, it's not
That's not
happening in Israel.
that's not going to happen, I think, even though they believe, the Arabs themselves believe, because they say in 20, 30 years, you're not going to have Bibi, you're not going to have Ben Gvir, and we're going to take over. So that's why we're creating a law that you cannot be more than 20%.
Ah,
Yes.
in the Knesset or in the whole of
No,
Israel?
no, in the whole of Israel.
So if they're more than
Yes.
20%, they get booted?
They are limited. I don't know how they're going to work out that law.
Yeah.
But we do not want to we don't want to have more. That's why we're taking back Yudav Shomron, Judea and Samaria.
Yeah.
It's not a West Bank.
Yeah, it's not.
And we're building huge settlements there, huge.
Yeah.
That's Smotrich, one of the ministers on the coalition. And now also the Haredim, the religious, are going to get enlisted. So
Why? They've been fighting so much. Like, they need to, if they stop fighting, they could finish already their military term and go back. And
the thing is, there's two faces of that. One phase is, yes, I do think the Haredim should enlist and serve. But on the other hand, Israel has to prepare it for them. They're religious. So they need to be separated.
Yeah.
They need to have their own little synagogue, the temple, all the
Totally fair.
accessibility to continue with their Orthodox ways and halakha. So we have to also be that we cannot just throw them and say, okay, now you're going to be soldiers, and there's female commanders. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. Even though there's already many areas, mainly bases where you only have men.
Mm-hmm.
So we throw something, but we need to understand we need to fix it from the other side as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of domestic problems in Israel. A lot. Everybody like to blame the left. I don't blame anybody, because in a democratic country, you will have the left and right.
Yeah.
You have two opinions. The problem is that the left have become aggressive if you don't believe what they... Like JFK will turn in his grave if he saw how his party become. I was like a half Democratic, half Republican back in the day. I liked a few things of that and a few things of that.
I didn't become, because I grew up liberal Democrat. When I moved here to California, I don't know what happened, but I was like, oh my God, this is too much. I don't know what this is, but it's not reality. So I was
and in the sanctuary state of all, in the blue state,
oh my God,
where you should feel at
the
home.
most.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah,
it's not the Democratic Party that we know.
No,
I think it ended with Bill Clinton. That was the last real Democratic. After Bill Clinton was over, that's it. So, yeah, and if JFK would see that, or any Democratic, they'll be shamed.
It's sad.
You can have your opinion. You can have a different opinion. You can have a completely opposite opinion. You can say, I love the terrorist. Whatever. But don't hate me for not doing it.
Right.
Don't be aggressive. Yeah. Don't bash me. Don't bully me.
All they are bullies.
But the winds are turning.
Thank God.
The winds are turning.
Yeah.
Thank God for Venezuela and Iran.
I know. Why?
And people are like, don't understand Israeli flags in Iran. Iranians saying we're with Israel. But where were you on October 7th? You were not with Israel. So you're going to pay a little bit for that now, unfortunately. Yeah. But we bombed the gates of the prison, the political prison, and nobody left. They were so afraid.
They didn't leave? No. Oh, I thought that some left.
Very little. There are thousands there. They were so afraid. They were so oppressed. Yeah. They were afraid to leave. We just opened for them. Go out. Do it. Yeah. We need you on the ground.
Yeah. It's coming though.
Thank God. Yes. I'm flying tomorrow. I'm a little bit worried. So they don't going to.
No, I don't think it's going to happen right now.
To Greece or something with a plane.
I think it's going to be a little bit more time. They still.
I don't know. It's yesterday and tonight was very aggressively up there in the air. A lot of drills, lots of it. I hope. I just want to land. I'm not
Yeah.
asking for it not to come. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
want
no.
to land and get to my dog.
I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be before Purim, but sometime because they still want to give him time to. They want to give Iran time to like. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna do it now? Maybe they're gonna do it later. It's a mind
But he
game.
started to use chemicals on his people.
Ah, yeah.
Yes. We're talking about. I think they already murdered about 100,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the same amount in prisons. They're raping, they're arresting, they're hanging. I think it's really, really bad. It's a true, true genocide going on.
Yeah. We have no idea.
So I don't know if we can wait. But again, what do you mean? We need to find where they are. I believe that we are there.
Oh, for sure.
We just need to have the strategic plan because they're hiding like little rats.
Yeah.
They're not sitting in their palaces. So we need to find where they are, and I'm sure we know. And then we need to do what we need to do in a very creative way because it's not just coming planes and bombing. You cannot who you by
Right,
bomb.
right. Yeah.
The Iranians are on the street.
Yeah.
So it has to be a little bit more complex than that.
Yeah.
I'm sure Israel will come up with something creative.
They
like the pagers.
that was amazing.
That is like need to be in Harvard war, classes. That's and they had it for 5 months. The pagers.
Oh,
that was not new. They had the pagers for 5 months.
I thought it's longer than that. Wow.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
And Israel was like patient. I was always wondering. Wins. I wonder what they saw because I would love to see like they put like it's beeping and they see I'm saying hi motherfucker.
Right.
Boom.
That would be the best.
Yeah.
Okay. So we like to finish up with a fun round of questions.
Okay.
Not to think, just whatever you feel. What's your favorite challah?
Egg challah.
If your Jewish identity was a fabric, what would it feel like?
Silk.
A lot of people say silk.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mezuzah check. Do you kiss it, talk to it, or ignore it?
I kiss it and talk to it sometimes.
Okay. If your Jewishness had a soundtrack, what would the first song be?
That's the soundtrack. Okay.
And what makes you beautiful?
Proud, and I'm a daughter of Israel. We're all daughters and sons of Israel. Yeah. Of Jacob and Abraham and Isaac, and that's in our DNA. So proud is to love Israel, to believe in Israel, to support Israel.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. It's been such a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.